How's everybody doing? Today is, what is today? Tuesday, November 26th, I think. And here's where we're at right now. This was the last field drilled for the milk cows. This is after the fertilize and all that we did a week ago. And this is what it looks like. So we head over here to the other side of the lane. And this was number 29, the first one that was drilled. And that is what this looks like. You can barely see the rows that are left. They're all kind of filled in. It's blowing in the wind. It is probably, if you walk out in it, it's over your ankles for sure. Just go right over here. Get my boots all wet. It's up to the top of my boot, inside my pants. So that's where we're at right now. We are really close to start grazing. I'd say for sure in a week. Maybe even this weekend. We got, it's been trying to rain today, and we got some rain coming on Thanksgiving and Friday, and then it's supposed to go dry for a little bit. So we'll probably start grazing here just in a few days. That's kind of the plan. But I got, that over there is actually two fields together, but we're just gonna call it one. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I got 7 and 8 down there that are fields that are all the same, pretty much the same height. And then I got about another 30 fields that are between this one and that first one there. So the whole place is green except for where we didn't plant. So like I said, we'll probably start grazing here in about a week. Now that we're driving down the lane a little bit, this is kind of the backside of 28, 27 are right over there. I know they were part of the videos of being drilled, so that's that was probably planted around October 15th, something like that, and it's pretty much ready to go, really close anyway. And we got group 1 sitting over here. They're what we call sacrifice fields. They have hay free choice, and they're just going to those fields day and night, and we'll end up disking that field in the spring. Over here we got number 32 and 31. Looking pretty good. So with 8 fields almost ready to go, right now we got 4 groups. The fresh cow group that we're milking 4 times, they're better just coming out of the feed lane and going and eating hay and just laying still and not having to go use more energy trying to graze. So they won't be grazing. So let's just say I graze group 1 and group 2, which both of them are between 160 and 170 cows in each one. So these 8 fields, maybe 4 fields each. So 4 fields, or we would break the field into 3 sections, and then so that would be that'd be 12 days just on those 8 fields for those 2 groups. So really right now it's kind of like the grass is very, very close. You don't want to quite pull the trigger yet, but what looks really good right now, that'll get us almost 2 weeks. So everything else that's kind of short and a little light, what is it going to look like in 2 weeks? So it's going to be a complete judgment call. I don't want to start right now because it's about to rain. They're saying an inch or 2 in the next couple days, so that'd be kind of not smart to start grazing now and have fields get destroyed, especially on the first round. And so we're gonna wait at least through this weekend and maybe get some drier weather and or some prettier days. And then the grass, temperature wise, is supposed to be perfect. Actually today it's like 70 right now, but it's kind of a little bit raining. The wind's blowing a little bit, but we got some 50s in the forecast in a couple days, and then we're back up in the 60s and 70s. So for growing grass, it's perfect. So we'll just kind of stick with my plan right now of looking maybe Saturday at the earliest, Sunday, Monday, maybe when we let group 1 and group 2 go. Then group 3, if everything looks really good Sunday or Monday, we may go ahead and start group 3. It's about 90 fresh heifers in there, so they can start grazing. Be alright. Alright, we're in the middle of doing a couple oil changes. Today is Wednesday, the next day after looking at the grass. We can see the grass from here. It's freaking beautiful. Anyway, so we're doing these oil changes to the little 2155 that we're pulling the bottle trailer with, and the Puma that's pulling the wagon, P-wagon. So that's where we're at right now. Just took the fuel filter off. It's full of crap. I'll show you in a minute. Working out here. A little bit came out of that one, but not near as much as it came out of the water separator one. There's still chunks coming out of this one. Wes is giving her a blow job. I just greased it up. Oil's changed in that. Then you still gotta put a fuel filter on this. And I went ahead and greased it up too, but whatever. Wagon's all greased. Almost got this ready to go. Had to send Jeremy to town. We had 4 light bulbs to replace around the tractor, and we came up short one. So Jeremy went to town to get a light bulb, and then get some antifreeze to top it off, and then some brake fluid. Needs brake fluid too. So. Almost got this done, then we'll go feed. No.
Oh, there it is. Right there. I got it. Yeah, I'm trying to go on that one. Watch this. They never gonna get clean. I mean, he's probably working a pinch.
It wasn't. I don't remember when, but it wasn't that long ago that we blew it all out.
Yeah, but you used to drive around all day long and shit.
Feed dust.
Just
Driveway.
Put a new one on. Let me get a. You need to pull that one out of the way. The top one. There you
All right, so we got all that done. We're over here feeding heifers now. I had heifer feed already on the wagon when Wes took the tractor to start the oil change while I can't remember what I was doing. I was doing something with the dry cows this morning. And so both those tractors are ready to go, or well, the one that we're in, obviously. Except for Wes was working on that last light bulb that Jeremy went to go get, and he hit the ground wire or something, whatever. And look at the fuses. The fuses are fine, but right now the 2 rear lights. There's 4 lights on the back. 2 of them are on the roof, and neither one of them are working. It's 5 o'clock right now. Just way behind. Group 1's already on the feed lane. Not all of them, just First couple sides, probably 30 cows, and so I got to get this heifer feed put out, mix up a load of milk cow, put that out, mix up another load of milk cow, and that'll go out about 8 o'clock tonight. And so after, or in between those two loads of milk cow, I will, and Wes gets back, we'll see if we can get the light bulbs fixed so I can have some good lights in the morning. Well, it's Thursday now. We're in the middle of mixing up our 5th out of 6 load today. This load is for Group 1 and Group 2, and then our last load is going to be for Group 3 and Group 4. Group 4 is the fresh cows that we're milking 4 times, and Group 3 is the fresh heifers. So that's a completely different ration than what we're feeding right now. But we're going to get this one mixed up, and then we'll have a few small things to do here and there. And then we'll get that last one mixed up and park it. And then it'll be time to go and eat. Not our Thanksgiving meal. We'll have our Thanksgiving family meal tonight, but my mom and my wife will have everything laid out at my house for us to come down and get some Thanksgiving type food for lunch, and then we'll come back to work and finish up tonight about 8 o'clock, and then go have our family dinner. Today is Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day. It's trying to rain. It's rained a couple times here and there, and it looks like it's about to start raining again right now. You can see my windows are horrible. Can't even really see out of them that great. It hasn't rained hard enough to wash them off, but it gets them wet and all the feed dust sticks to them. And the power washer is broken right now, so I'm kind of dealing with it, I guess. But it's supposed to rain pretty heavy tonight and tomorrow, and then clear out Saturday morning. That's what I was saying at the beginning of this video a couple days ago. Is after this rain that's supposed to come through here, we're supposed to get like an inch or two, we will maybe start grazing then. It grass looks freaking awesome. Even you can almost watch it grow right now. It is a little colder today, but not too bad. But yeah, it's going good. But with the last few days, or at least the last week since we got the fertilizer put out, a couple of us have been sick. Me and Jeremy, or myself and Jeremy, we've both been sick. So everything's kind of been going slow. Not getting a whole lot of stuff done, and plus it just seems like we never have enough time anyway. And then, but we have managed to get a few things done. We kind of got the fertilizer truck put back together halfway. Still got a little more to do to it. And then we were working on the Puma yesterday, and that 2155. I mean, that was the 2155 was nothing. It was just fuel filter and oil change, but. Really, so was the Puma, except for the lights. I had 4 light bulbs out, and it said in the video where we had sent Jeremy to get a light bulb. Later, Wes was plugging it in, and he touched ground when he was plugging it in, because the hot and the ground were right beside each other, and he just barely touched them. And the other light on the other side of the roof went out, and so now I don't have any roof lights on the rear. I just had the 2 fender lights, and checked all the fuses and checked everything else, and I don't know, the Puma's really finicky, and we'll just have to mess with it when we have a chance and see if we can get them to turn back on. So it is what it is. So after this crappy weather goes by, it's supposed to clear out Sunday or Saturday morning. Depending on how wet it is, we may start grazing. If it's not that wet, we'll start grazing pretty quick. If it's really wet, then we'll maybe have to wait a couple extra days, but that's what it looks like right now. I mean, you can actually sit here and watch the grass grow. So that's all looking really good. We're way ahead than we were last year. At this time last year, I actually got a Google Earth image from yesterday, a year ago, and we weren't near as green as we are right now. So I think if I remember right, we started grazing mid-December last year, so we're a few weeks ahead, and which is awesome. And we're about to start breeding in another few days. And then once this weather clears out, our next big project is the big dozer. On it, we got it all figured out what we're gonna do, and and I still can't remember what that thing's called, but I think it's called trunnion. But we got to take the blade off, or take the blade loose and pull it away a little bit, and then take one side of the dozer off on the lift arms on the blade, and then we can get in there and get on and get that worked on. I got to take the hydraulic cylinders off and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of a project, and also a little bit of a learning experience because we've never had to do this to that dozer. So, but it's all good. We'll get it figured out and get it done. And with that, I want to thank you guys for watching and hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you on the next one.